When it comes to European luxury cars, few rivalries are as fierce as BMW versus Mercedes-Benz. For decades, these two German giants have battled for dominance, not just in performance or prestige, but in reliability. Ask 10 car enthusiasts which is more dependable, and you'll get 10 different answers. But beyond brand loyalty and marketing, what do the facts say when we look at the real-world dependability of both lineups? Let's tear into the truth, model by model, and see which brand truly holds up better when the odometer starts to climb. To begin, it helps to zoom out and look at the big picture. According to major industry surveys like Consumer Reports and J.D. Power, BMW has recently enjoyed a slight edge over Mercedes in reliability rankings. While neither brand ranks near Japanese makes, like Lexus or Toyota, BMW's newer cars have been performing better than expected, with fewer major issues in the first few years of ownership. Mercedes, on the other hand, often finds itself hovering around the middle of the luxury segment. Not disastrous, but not stellar either. RepairPal paints a harsher picture, ranking BMW below the industry average mainly due to repair cost and frequency, while Mercedes fares similarly. Both are expensive to fix, and both demand meticulous maintenance to stay healthy. In the world of German engineering, reliability isn't just about how rarely something breaks, it's about how much it costs when it does. The philosophical divide between the two brands explains much of this pattern. BMW's engineering DNA is built around performance and driver engagement. That means lightweight materials, turbocharged engines, high-revving power plants, and transmissions fine-tuned for precision. It's an approach that delivers incredible performance, but also introduces complexity, and complexity breeds risk. Mercedes-Benz, on the other hand, has long been obsessed with comfort and refinement. The brand's traditional strength lies in solid build quality and long-haul durability. But in recent years, Mercedes has loaded its cars with cutting-edge infotainment, safety, and driver assistance systems. Ironically, the very technology that makes a Mercedes feel futuristic is also what tends to break most often. To see how this plays out in the real world, let's start where the rivalry burns hottest, the compact luxury sedan class. The BMW 3 Series and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class have defined this segment for decades. The BMW 3 Series, particularly the F30 and G20 generations, is generally reliable when maintained properly, but it's not immune to trouble. Turbocharger issues, high-pressure fuel pump failures, and oil leaks have been noted, especially in early turbocharged engines like the N20 and N55. Still, most owners report that if you keep up with service schedules, the 3 Series behaves well and rewards with a sharp, connected driving feel. The C-Class, meanwhile, is comfort-oriented and beautifully finished, but its electronics and climate control systems are frequent trouble spots. Air suspension, on certain trims, can also become a costly headache. Both cars score around average in Consumer Reports reliability rankings, but the cost of repair for a Mercedes tends to be higher once it's out of warranty. The takeaway is simple. The BMW 3 Series is more mechanically demanding, while the C-Class is more electronically temperamental. Step up a size, and the story deepens. The BMW 5 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class are the heart of each brand's executive lineup, business sedans that balance power and prestige. The 5 Series is the sportier of the two, but it comes at a price. Certain generations have battled timing chain issues, oil leaks, and the occasional electrical gremlin, though recent models have shown improvements. When things go wrong, repairs are rarely cheap, but a well-maintained 5 Series can deliver years of solid service. The Mercedes E-Class, on the other hand, is a masterpiece of comfort, with a silken ride and impeccable noise insulation. However, its sophisticated electronics, from adaptive suspension to infotainment and safety systems, are prone to faults that often require dealer-level expertise to fix. Surveys show that E-Class reliability is often rated average to below average, driven mainly by these expensive electronic hiccups. The 5 Series tends to age a bit more gracefully mechanically, while the E-Class can frustrate with sensors and computers that fail long before the engine does. At the top of the ladder sit the flagship sedans, the BMW 7 Series and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Both are technological showcases designed to impress, and both can be financial disasters once warranties expire. The BMW 7 Series dazzles with cutting-edge engines and advanced adaptive suspension systems, but that same sophistication becomes its Achilles heel with age. Cooling system leaks, electronic glitches, and powertrain malfunctions aren't rare. The S-Class, meanwhile, is arguably the most advanced car on the road at any given time, but that innovation brings staggering complexity. Air suspension failures, hydraulic control system faults, and electronic malfunctions plague older models. They're both magnificent cars when new, but they're also perfect examples of how top-tier luxury often trades reliability for innovation. Then there are the SUVs, the battleground of modern automotive sales. BMW's X3 and X5 compete directly with Mercedes' GLC and GLE, and here, the pattern continues. The BMW X3 has earned a reputation as one of the brand's more dependable vehicles in recent years, particularly in its non-performance trims. It's practical, comfortable, and fun to drive, with fewer major reliability complaints than its bigger brother, the X5. The X5, while luxurious and capable, often suffers from issues with air suspension, transfer cases, and electronics as it ages. The Mercedes GLC and GLE mirror this pattern, comfortable and refined, but frequently marred by electronic problems and high repair bills once they're a few years old. Consumer Reports has flagged the GLE in particular as less reliable than the average new car. And then there's the G-Class, the rugged, boxy status symbol that looks indestructible but is fiendishly expensive to maintain. Its drivetrain is tough, but its running costs are astronomical. When we switch to talk about the high-performance versions, BMW's M lineup and Mercedes AMG models, it takes the reliability debate to another level. These cars push engines, brakes, and transmissions to their limits, and while they deliver heart-stopping power, they also magnify every potential flaw. An M4 or AMG C63 might make your pulse race, but it'll also drain your wallet if you daily drive it without proper maintenance. These cars are best viewed as toys, not tools, and should be treated as such. When you dig into what actually goes wrong with these cars, the patterns are predictable. For both brands, electronics and software lead the list of complaints, from infotainment freezes to malfunctioning driver assistance systems. BMW tends to suffer more from mechanical issues tied to its turbocharged engines, such as oil leaks or cooling system faults. Mercedes, conversely, struggles more with electronic gremlins, especially in its higher trim models packed with tech. Air suspension failures are a shared weakness, and when they happen, they're almost always expensive. Transmission problems are less common, but never cheap when they appear. The other truth both brands share is the sheer cost of maintenance. Even when things don't break often, they're costly when they do. Dealer labor rates, specialized tools, and pricey OEM parts mean that even a simple repair can cost double what you'd pay for a comparable fix on a Toyota or Honda. RepairPal's data confirms this. BMW and Mercedes may not fail catastrophically more often, but their repairs are more severe and more expensive. It's part of the ownership tax that comes with the badge. That said, some models from each brand manage to stand out as better bets. For BMW, the later Model 3 series and the X3, especially non-M versions, are among the most reliable, provided they're maintained diligently. These cars offer the essence of BMW driving pleasure without the worst reliability baggage. For Mercedes, the C-Class and E-Class with conventional suspension setups tend to fare better than the gadget-laden GLE or S-Class. Simplicity is your friend, because obviously the fewer complex systems a car has got, the fewer things there are to break. The smartest way to live with either brand is through proactive maintenance. Follow service intervals religiously, because German cars are unforgiving when neglected. Use independent specialists once your warranty is up. They often charge far less than dealers and know these cars inside and out. And always get a pre-purchase inspection before buying used. Spending a couple $100s on a proper check can save you thousands later. For buyers chasing high-end trims loaded with tech and adaptive suspensions, an extended warranty is a wise safety net. So who actually wins the reliability war? The honest answer is that it depends on what kind of reliability you're after. If your goal is bulletproof longevity and low ownership costs, neither BMW nor Mercedes-Benz will match a Japanese brand. Both are expensive to maintain, and both require care and commitment. But if you compare them directly, BMW's recent models tend to edge out Mercedes slightly in reliability surveys. BMWs can suffer mechanical wear, but are less plagued by electronic gremlins than modern Mercedes models, which often stumble under the weight of their own technology. Ultimately, Choosing between BMW and Mercedes-Benz comes down to priorities. If you crave driving engagement, sharp handling, and don't mind spending extra on mechanical upkeep, a BMW will reward you every time you hit the throttle. If you value serene comfort, effortless cruising, and a cocoon of luxury, and you're prepared to deal with the occasional sensor or electronic issue, Mercedes will give you that timeless prestige. Both deliver extraordinary experiences, both demand deep pockets and patience. The truth is, neither brand builds unreliable cars, they build complex ones. They offer experiences that are intoxicating when everything works, but infuriating when it doesn't. Reliability, in their world, is less about perfection and more about partnership. Treat either one with respect. Maintain it as if your mechanic was watching, and you'll be rewarded. But if you want a car that simply works and asks nothing of you, you might be looking in the wrong part of Germany. If you found the video useful, be sure to hit the like button to support us. Thank you.